woman takes out a Barbie doll and forcefully pulls off its blonde hair. Unexpectedly, a colleague thousands of miles away also starts losing hair. As the woman pulls more and more, the other party's hair also falls out more severely. When she excitedly pulls out the last strand of hair from the doll, the colleague also becomes bald in fear. Then the woman picks up a pair of tweezers and pulls out the nails on the doll's feet by the roots. The colleague also painfully covers his toes. However, the torture is not over. The woman breaks the doll's arms and then the rest of its limbs. The colleague also howls incessantly at home. The woman directly twists the doll into a knot, and even the head is rotated 360 degrees. It finally dies miserably in the woman's hands and is thrown out of the car like garbage. When the manager returns to the car, he wants to have sex with the woman under the influence of alcohol. As the two struggle, the woman raises her hand and slaps him. The manager angrily drags her out of the car and heavily throws her on the side of the road. Then he drives the luxury car away. The paralyzed woman curses him to die a bad death. The next second, a mysterious treasure box seems to hear the summons and opens a wooden door. A luxury car of the same model as the manager slowly drove out. At this time, a curious dog pounces on it and fiercely bites. Soon, the manager in the car finds something abnormal. Several eerie cracks appear on the glass. The toy luxury car is fiercely bitten by the dog, and the real luxury car thousands of miles away also suffers. In the end, it is directly torn into pieces by the dog. Soon, the manager in the car also loses his life. The next day, the best friend tells the woman about this. This makes her feel a bit strange, because when tidying up the dog bowl, she accidentally finds the broken luxury car model. However, she doesn't know that everything originates from an ancient and mysterious wooden box. A few days ago on the woman's birthday, her best friend gave her a gift. But every night at 12 o'clock, the box pops out a small figure, reminding the woman to eat the candy. Unexpectedly on this day, she's insulted by the manager, and her curse quickly comes true. The woman thinks that the death of the manager is just a coincidence. On this night, she opens the door again and takes out the candy. It turns out to be a heart-shaped candy. Thinking of a passerby she fell in love with at first sight a few days ago, she eats it with a beautiful wish. Not long after, the two really start dating. This also rekindles her hope for life. On this day, she's just eaten the candy when she receives a message from an investment company. A flash of inspiration comes to her. She immediately puts the candy wrappers on the table together. They actually form the shape of a listed company, so she hurriedly uses all her savings to buy the company's stock. However, she doesn't know that at night, the husky secretly eats the bone-shaped candy. As a result, it commits a terrible murder.